So you've written a book and you're dreaming of hitting that publish button on Amazon KDP, right? You imagine the sales notifications rolling in, your book climbing the charts. It's an amazing feeling, but hold on a second. For every author who makes it, there are 100 who upload their manuscript, hear crickets, and then wonder what went wrong. The truth is, KDP is an incredible tool, but it's not a magic wand. Treating it like one is the fastest way to fail. Today we are pulling back the curtain on the critical mistakes that sink new authors before they even set sail. If you're serious about turning your passion into a business, you need to hear this. Let's dive into the 8 deep pitfalls you absolutely must avoid to succeed on Amazon KDP. First up, a huge mistake I see all the time: skipping pre-orders. KDP lets you set up a pre-order page for up to 3 months before your official release. Why is this a big deal? Because every single sale you make during that pre-order window gets counted on your launch day. Imagine launching your book and already having hundreds of sales banked. This gives you a massive slingshot effect, catapulting your book up Amazon's rankings and into the coveted hot new releases lists. This isn't just a small bonus. It's a core launch strategy. Authors who just upload and publish on day one miss out on this incredible momentum. Think of it like a movie premiere. The buzz starts weeks before the film hits theaters. Your book deserves the same treatment. Always set up a pre-order window of at least a few weeks. It builds hype, gets your book on readers' radars, and gives you a powerful advantage right out of the gate. Alright, let's talk about the first thing anyone sees: your cover. We've all heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover, but let's be real, everyone does. Your cover is your book's billboard, its first handshake, its first impression. Many brilliant books die a silent death because the author slapped on a cheap, lazy, or just plain boring cover. You could have written the next masterpiece, but if the cover looks like it was made in 5 minutes on a free phone app, readers will scroll right past. Don't let your hard work go to waste because of a bad visual. This isn't the place to cut corners. If you're not a graphic designer, hire one. There are fantastic designers on platforms like Fiverr or 99 Designs who specialize in book covers for every budget. If you must do it yourself, invest in a high-quality stock image and spend time studying the covers of bestsellers in your genre. Look at their fonts, their imagery, their layouts. Your cover needs to scream professional and promise a great story. Next up, and this one is non-negotiable, professional editing. You might think your grammar is perfect. You've run it through a spell checker. Your mom read it and said it was great. I'm sorry, but that's not enough. Nothing screams amateur louder than a book riddled with typos, grammatical errors, and clunky sentences. Readers are ruthless. The moment they spot a few mistakes, they'll leave a 1-star review warning others to stay away, and your sales will plummet, as Troubadour Publishing points out. Skipping professional editing is one of the most common and fatal mistakes new authors make. You've poured your heart and soul into writing this book, so don't stumble at the finish line. At the very least, you need a proofreader to catch those sneaky errors. Even better, find a group of beta readers who can give you feedback on the story itself. Investing in editing isn't an expense. It's an investment in your book's quality and your reputation as an author. Now for those of you publishing a physical print-on-demand book. This next mistake can be a costly and embarrassing one. Forgoing a proof copy. When you're setting up your paperback on KDP, you'll see a digital previewer. It looks fine on screen, right? The margins seem okay, the text is readable, but trust me, what you see on a screen is not always what you get in print. I've heard horror stories from authors who skipped this step, only to have readers complain that the text was cut off, the images were blurry, or the margins were all wrong. Author Amy Suto shared that ordering a physical proof copy saved her from massive blunders that would have cost her hundreds of dollars and a flood of bad reviews. Always order a proof copy before you launch. Holding that physical book in your hands is the only way to truly check the formatting, feel the paper quality, and see how your cover looks in real life. It might delay your launch by a week, but it will save you from a potential disaster. Okay, let's talk about the invisible engine that drives sales on Amazon. Metadata. That sounds boring, right? But ignoring it is like opening a shop and not putting up a sign. Your metadata consists of your keywords and categories, and it's how readers discover your book. So many authors fail because they just pick a couple of broad categories like fiction and call it a day. That's like tossing your book into the ocean and hoping someone finds it. If you wrote a sci-fi novel about a dystopian society run by AI, you need to dig deeper. Your categories should be specific, like science fiction dystopian and science fiction cyberpunk, and your keywords are your secret weapon. Think like a reader. What words would they type into the Amazon search bar to find a book like yours? Use free and paid keyword tools to research what people are actually searching for. Spend a few hours on this. Getting your keywords and categories right can be the difference between complete obscurity and landing on the first page of search results. It's the single most powerful way to get Amazon's algorithm to work for you, not against you. Here's a hard truth that shatters a lot of dreams. If you build it, they will come is a lie. You cannot just publish your book and expect readers to magically find it. The build it part is writing the book. Now you have to do the go get them part. You must have a marketing plan. This means building buzz before, during, and after your launch. Start building your author platform today, even if your book isn't finished. Create a social media presence on the platform where your readers hang out. Start an email newsletter to gather a list of dedicated fans. Reach out to book bloggers and reviewers for advance reviews. Amazon itself recommends this. A book with 0 reviews looks risky to a potential buyer, but a book with even 5 or 10 glowing reviews has social proof. Whether it's running a few targeted ads, hosting a giveaway, or just being active online, you have to actively lead readers to your book. The marketing is just as important as the writing. Don't let your masterpiece languish in obscurity because you were too shy to promote it. Now, while marketing is crucial, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it, especially on Amazon. This brings us to a critical rule. Don't try to game the system. A common mistake is called keyword abuse, and it's a fast track to getting your book suppressed or even your account suspended. What is it? It's when authors try to stuff keywords into places they don't belong, like the book title, subtitle, or even the author's name. For example, you might see an author name like John Smith, best-selling thriller author. That's a huge red flag for Amazon. Your author name should be your name. Your title should be your title. Amazon provides 7 back-end keyword slots for a reason. Use them. Trying to manipulate the search algorithm by breaking the rules will backfire. One author warned that this is one of the quickest ways to get your book rejected during the review process. Play by the rules. Focus on writing a great book description and using your designated keyword slots effectively. Building a long-term author career is a marathon, not a sprint, and you don't want to get disqualified on the first lap. Finally, let's talk about the biggest killer of an author's career: unrealistic expectations. So many people jump into KDP believing they'll be an overnight bestseller and get rich in a month. When that doesn't happen, they get discouraged and quit. The reality is that success rarely happens overnight. It's a slow burn. Your first book might only sell a handful of copies to friends and family. That's okay. It's normal. Even seasoned, full-time authors started with low sales before they built momentum. One author confessed his first books failed simply because he hadn't done enough research. Every book you publish is a learning experience. You learn more about writing, about cover design, about marketing, about your audience. Treat each launch as a data point. What worked? What didn't? How can you improve next time? Be patient. Be persistent. Success in self-publishing is about writing the next book and the next and the next, getting a little bit better each time. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. So there you have it. KDP gives you the keys to a global bookstore, but it's up to you to build a business, not just upload a file. By avoiding these pitfalls by using pre-orders, investing in your cover and editing, getting your metadata right, marketing your work, playing by the rules, and staying patient, you put yourself miles ahead of the competition. You're no longer just hoping for a lucky break. You're strategically building a career. You've got this. Stay savvy, keep learning, and turn that incredible book you wrote into the success it deserves to be. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on building your author career. And let me know in the comments which of these mistakes have you been most worried about. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.